Meet the culprit. This is DK, the Nutella-loving and stealing zombie who happens to have a knack for breaking and entering. Kind of like a zombie version of Pooh Bear, only he likes Nutella and not honey. Anyway, DK here is faced with problems. He's having trouble trying to break into this Nutella-packed house because the owner has set up a couple security systems to ensure the deliciousness of their toast. These include a locked door and an alarm system that is attached to the garage door that will let them know when DK is on the move. Unfortunately for this poor Nutella-deprived zombie, these security systems are fairly zombie-proof. In spite of his best efforts at strength and his superior stealth, DK can't quite get around them, or in them, or in a direct, just in the house. He can't get in the house, that's the point. Of course, there are always mishaps. The owner has to be sure to take precautions in zombie-proofing their house. One is simply remembering to lock your door. Yes, really. With an unlocked door, any zombie with legs can just waltz on in and steal the prize. Look at him. He has you Nutella. Number 2, don't keep your keys lying around. No, I'm not your mother, but sure, zombies aren't the smartest. I mean, even they have to admit that. Their brains are rotted out of their heads. What are you gonna do? But if they're trying to get in and they see a key lying around, it's likely they're gonna know what it's for. They may have a little bit of trouble, seeming they're not the best with the whole walking and carrying thing, but they'll get there, and they'll get in. So, if you love your Nutella, just put your keys away. Number 3, make sure your garage alarm switch is on. There is an SPDT that controls the functionality of the garage alarm and the garage alarm only. When it's turned off, the LDR won't sense the light from the LED, and the buzzer won't alarm you when Mr. DK is eating from your jar. Yeah, it's understandable not to leave the alarm on all the time. I mean, you need to get into your garage too. After all, that's the entire point of the switch. So just switch it on when you need it, and your Nutella will remain safe in your cupboard. Now for the rest of the house. The garage alarm works with a LDR and a red LED. When the garage door is lifted, the LDR will sense the light emitted by the LED and tell the buzzer to buzz away. I don't have the alarm enabled for now because, this is just for demonstration purposes. But normally the buzzer would buzz away. You might be wondering what this white thing is. That's just a light shield. The system did work without it, just fine, but I just wanted to ensure that the alarm would be foolproof. So I added this into it to be sure that the LDR would definitely sense the light from the LED and the buzzer will go off. And this is how the door locks, just to see it from the inside. The bar that's attached to the solenoid goes across the door, which restricts the door from opening. When the solenoid is in the unlock position, it swings to the right, just as the door does. And you see it unlock with the RFID. This is my busy motor controller. It's a little hard to identify where each wire is leading, but I'll tell you anyway. Both of the LEDs are wired in the motor port 0, and the buzzer is in motor port 1. The SPDT is in the ground to the right in input 3, and the LDR is in the left ground in input 0, so it's really not that busy. For the Visual Basics interface. So, there is this wonderful welcome screen that leads you to the help or the main control. In the help menu, there is a brief on how everything works and whatnot, just explaining the buttons. The back button sends you back to the welcome screen, where you can go to the main control form. In this form, you will find 7 buttons. 2 that control the LEDs, 2 that control the door, 2 that control the entire thing, and the back button. There they are. The LEDs can be turned on and off, and the door can be locked or unlocked from here. To the right of the door control, there is a picture that shows whether the door is locked or unlocked, just so the user will know. And underneath, the disable and enable all buttons are found. If these are clicked, it will enable or disable everything, so the entire project, meaning when it's disabled, you could click whatever you want and nothing happens. Of course, you can enable it again, because, you don't want it to just die. And that's it.